welcome back to my channel. This is Oseaana. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to share with you a love spell, an everlasting love spell for Valentine's Day or for any day. You can use this on yourself, you can use this for your family, you could use this for that special someone. So what you'll need is some red and white felt cut out into heart shapes. The red felt shapes will be bigger and you'll need two pieces of those. You can get felt at any craft store. They're really inexpensive, about 20-30 cents. And you'll need a white heart felt shape as well. You can get a pattern online or just freehand it. So as long as you have those three pieces, you'll also need red and white embroidery thread or some type of string. And you'll need 7 herbs. You're going to need Damiana for love, life everlasting for everlasting love. You'll need rue for protection, rose for love and beauty, ginger root to heat things up. You'll need catnip for attraction, and you're also going to need some cinnamon. You'll need a candle and some love or attraction incense, and you'll need some love or attraction oil. Not a lot, you'll just need a little bit, so I just made a little bit there. So you're going to take your cinnamon, and if it's already powdered or ground, you can just sprinkle it. I use a stick and I'm going to use a grinder. So you'll light your candle and light your incense and then sprinkle your cinnamon all over everything. You can see it makes the candle spark, which brings energy, and sprinkle it all over everything. You'll also want to pass your pieces through the smoke of the incense, and you can do all this of course while saying your intentions, saying you're getting focused and speaking aloud the things that you are trying to put into the spell. And then you'll also want to put your energy into the herbs and into the candle flame and into the oil and all that. And then you want to take a little bit of oil, very little bit, and just anoint the threads or strings that you're going to use, the red one and the white one, just a very little bit. You don't want to use a whole lot of oil because you will be sewing with this. So you also need scissors and a needle as well. So let that all sit together until your candle burns down to charge. And then you're also going to need, of course, some type of filler, fiber fill, polyfill, wool, whatever you have, and anoint that a little bit with some oil. And then you'll want to take your white thread, and anytime you knot anything, especially with a spell, you'll want to do it with intention, knotting into the thread the intentions or wishes or blessings that you're putting in there. So speak those aloud as you're putting those knots into that piece of thread. And you can anoint that with a little oil as well. So at this point, you are going to start sewing together your little pouch here, the two pieces of red thread. Now I'm using embroidery stitch. I believe it's called a blanket stitch. You can just sew it together. However it gets sewn together, it gets sewn together. You don't really want to go into, oh, I don't know how to sew, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. The I don't know or I can't are words that you do not want in your vocabulary, especially when you're doing spells. It's just, if you can hold a needle and push it through two pieces of felt, you can sew it. Doesn't matter what it looks like, just get it done. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, I don't know how to do that. You can look it up, you can Google it, you don't have to do a blanket stitch, just sew the thing. Okay, so once you get it sewed most of the way around, you want to start stuffing it just so that you can get some stuffing in there with your fingers. So start stuffing it a little bit down in the bottom and continue to sew around your red heart felt shapes. Once you get to a place where you can, stick maybe 2 fingers in, you're going to want to start stuffing a little more stuffing in there to get it into the corners and into the edges. And just use your fingers however you want. It's just getting the job done. So just keep stuffing. I like to make sure I get it all around the edges. And then you'll want to start putting in your herbs. And you can speak aloud the intentions of each herb. You can say, rue for protection, everlasting life everlasting for everlasting love, roses to bring beauty and love to whoever or to my family or to myself, ginger root to heat this up and to quicken it and to make it always come to me fast, catnip to attract love and beauty into my life, and damiana to bring love and all those things that you are trying to bring to yourself. This spell is for love. You can create this and give this to someone on Valentine's Day. You can create it and just keep it for yourself to always have love everlasting in your life. However you want to do this, this is up to you. So after you get your herbs and you want to take a little bit of that incense and put that in there too, stuff some more stuffing in there and make sure it's, got some good puffiness to it. And then continue to sew and continue to sew this up. Now, as you're sewing, you may want to put intentions into each stitch, which is what I like to do. So make sure if that's something that interests you or makes sense to you or resonates with you that you do that. I'm going to make a little loop here because I'm going to hang this. So I'm just going to use the thread that I'm sewing with and just leave a little bit there like you see, and I'm just going to make a little loop and tie this off somehow. Like I said, just get it done. So there you go, little red pouch with your herbs and stuffed. And then I'm going to take this white, because I like to make things cute, take this little white piece of felt and I'm going to sew that on with the red thread, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other one, knot it with intention, and then I'm just going to sew this sucker on here any which way I can. It doesn't have to be pretty. I like things to look homemade and handmade and a little bit not so professional. So I just sew it on as however I can. You could have sewed this on the red piece before you stuffed it and did all that, but I didn't think about that, forgot about doing it, and sometimes I just like to put more intention and using that pin or using that needle into this little stuffed pouch by sewing into it like that. So there you go. And there's my little hanging thing. I'm going to hang that somewhere, and it's nice and puffy. I'm going to anoint this with some oil. So just a little bit of oil because you don't want to get it all goopy and funky looking. And anoint it with oil, put my intentions into it, and there you go. And of course, I'm going to let this sit on a little altar with some stones, a bay leaf where I've written love. I have some incense and a candle lit. I'm going to let this sit and charge for a while before I give it to my loved one. If you enjoyed this spell tutorial and would like to see more, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button so you can continue to get videos from me. Also, comment and share this video, and I wish you love everlasting. Today, I thought I would share this part of my altar because I've had people ask. So they always see like this up here and they're like, it looks cool and wondering what it is. So this altar kind of holds energy for the cosmic realms. Over here